Okay, it's 30 minutes before the start of the show, and as this is Radio Row, and a much fuller Radio Row than I remember last year on Saturday, we have a candidate for U.S. Congress, Mike Steinberg, who's running in the 9th District of North Carolina. My nephew lives in North Carolina. He lives in Renee Elmer's district. Mike, why are you running for Congress?
Well, because our current representative voted to increase the debt ceiling when he said he wouldn't. He voted to fund Obamacare when he said he wouldn't support that. And he also had an opportunity to limit NSA spying on American citizens, and he voted against that.
How important is it for the grassroots, the Tea Party, to challenge people who do these things in order to keep us honest, so to speak?
Well, I think it's more important that we win rather than to challenge, because they're starting to get inoculated. It seems like they'll face a challenge, beat it down. It's time that people who really represent constitutional values win elections. So it's important that people, even if they're not in our district, look at us up on MikeForUs.com. It's MikeForUs.com, and support the campaign, because we need to win these elections, not just be competitive.
Now, have you been involved in political campaigns in the past?
2 years ago, I challenged an 18-year incumbent, and she decided to retire rather than face a primary challenge. And at that point, 9 people jumped into the race. I was the only one that was willing to take on the establishment, but once she was out, then 9 people jumped in, and one person put in $2.3 million of his own money to win that seat. So that was my last foray into politics, and this time he comes up for election, and I'm taking him on head-to-head. No crowded field, just me and him.
Now, one of the things I've noticed, and I asked that question because I was curious if you had a political background before 2010, because one of the things that the Tea Party movement has done is bring so many people who are not career poles, whose ambition is not to have a job in Washington, D.C. People who have lives. Tea Party people have lives outside of Washington. So many people like that into the political process. How important is that to get people who have actually lived normal lives in Congress?
It's vital, and that's actually what the House of Representatives was supposed to be, and that's why they're 2-year terms. They're supposed to be in touch with the people and really tapped into what the people want. And in the 9th District, people did not want Obamacare funded. They didn't want the debt ceiling raised. They didn't want their civil liberties infringed with NSA spying. And so I think it's vital that people, everyday people with jobs, with being in touch with what it takes to meet budgets and to live in this society, I think it's very important that you have citizen in Congress.
Now, I know you've already mentioned it early in the interview, but one more time, sure. Where can people find out more about your candidacy? www.MikeForUS.com. Mike Steinberg, thank you very much for your time.
Thank you so much.